and navels of Spain, and to the thick-skinned, bland Maltese, which the French import not from Malta but from Tunisia. France itself only grows about 400,000 oranges each year, almost wholly in the department of the Alpes-Maritimes. Sometimes Europeans eat oranges with knives and forks. On occasion they serve a dessert orange that has previously been peeled with such extraordinary care that strips of the peel arc outward like the petals of a flower from the separated and reassembled segments in the center. The Swiss sometimes serve oranges under a smothering of sugar and whipped cream. On a hot day in a Swiss garden, orange juice with ice is a luxurious drink. Norwegian children like to remove the top of an orange, make a little hole, push a lump of sugar into it, and then suck out the juice. English children make orange peel teeth and wedge them over their gums on Halloween. Irish children take oranges to the movies, where they eat them while they watch the show, tossing the peels at each other and at the people on the screen. In Reykjavik, Iceland, in greenhouses that are heated by volcanic springs, orange trees yearly bear fruit. In the New York Botanical Garden, 6 mature orange trees are growing in the soil of the Bronx. Their trunks are 6 inches in diameter, and they bear well every year. The oranges are for viewing and are not supposed to be picked. When people walk past them, however, they sometimes find them irresistible. The first known reference to oranges occurs in the second book of the 5 Classics, which appeared in China around 500 BC, and is generally regarded as having been edited by Confucius. The main course of the migration of the fruit, from its origins near the South China Sea, down into the Malay Archipelago, then on 4,000 miles of ocean current to the east coast of Africa, across the desert by caravan and into the Mediterranean basin, then over the Atlantic to the American continents, closely and sometimes exactly kept pace with the major journeys of civilization. There were no oranges in the Western Hemisphere before Columbus himself introduced them. It was Pizarro who took them to Peru. The seeds the Spaniards carried came from trees that had entered Spain as a result of the rise of Islam. The development of orange botany owes something to Vasco da Gama and even more to Alexander the Great. Oranges had symbolic importance in the paintings of Renaissance masters. In other times, at least 2 overwhelming invasions of the Italian peninsula were inspired by the visions of paradise that oranges engendered in northern minds. Oranges were once the fruit of the gods, to whom they were the golden apples of the Hesperides, which were stolen by Hercules. Then, in successive declensions, oranges became the fruit of emperors and kings, of the upper prelacy, of the aristocracy, and by the 18th century of the rich bourgeoisie. Another 100 years went by before they came into reach of the middle classes, and not until early in this century did they at last become a fruit of the community. Just after the Second World War, 3 scientists working in central Florida surprised themselves with a simple idea that resulted in the development of commercial orange juice concentrate. A couple of dozen enormous factories sprang out of the hammocks, and Florida, which can be counted on in most seasons to produce about 1/4 of all the oranges grown in the world, was soon putting most of them through the process that results in small, trim cans, about 2 inches in diameter and 4 inches high, containing orange juice that has been boiled to high viscosity in a vacuum, separated into several component parts, reassembled, flavored, and then frozen solid. People in the United States used to consume more fresh oranges than all other fresh fruits combined, but in less than 20 years the per capita consumption has gone down 75%, as appearances of actual oranges in most of the United States have become steadily less frequent. Fresh, whole, round, oranges are hardly extinct, of course, but they have seen better days since they left the garden of the Hesperides. Fresh oranges have become, in a way, old-fashioned. The frozen product made from them is pure and sweet with a laboratory control.